I'm James from Wandering James Photography. I'm a local photographer here in Roanoke, Indiana, and I've been doing photography for about 3 years now. And I enjoy it a lot because this just gets me out in nature to explore and kind of capture what I see. And a lot of my photos over here are actually locally here at the marsh. We got the owls and the marsh here too. And I like to work alongside the Little River Wetlands because the work they do, the environment they have allowed us to explore, it's a wonderful place. I enjoy hiking and taking shots all throughout the region. I spend a lot of my time also in the Smoky Mountains for black bear as well.
Okay, so I'm at Earth Day 2025 at Eagle Marsh, and there's lots and lots of people and vendors and booths and education, and one of the booths is the Fort Wayne Children's Zoo.
Hi, I'm Logan Sunday. I'm our Director of Education at the Fort Wayne Zoo.
And my name is Haley LeVay, and I am one of the conservation educators at the Fort Wayne Zoo.
And why here on Earth Day?
Yeah, so zoos are such an important way to connect people to conservation in their community. So we brought a lot of different things to talk about today. How zoos are a great resource. We have information on songbirds and what you can do in your own backyard to help wildlife.
Yeah, we're also here talking a little bit about some of our partners, which includes like Songbird Safe, as Logan mentioned, as well as Help the Help vendors. So talking a little bit about help vendors, and yeah, just really talking up Party for the Planet, which is an AZA resource that is really focused on benefiting Earth Day and helping to educate others in our community about Earth Day and what they can do to help.
And the zoo is open for the year?
The zoo is open, yeah.
Okay. And the hours?
We are open starting in May. We'll be open from 9 to 6 daily until October 31st.
Okay. And are there opportunities or events at the zoo that focus on Earth, sustainability, conservation?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's always ways for people to get involved, whether that's volunteering at the zoo. We do a lot of educational initiatives as well. So just by coming out and visiting the zoo, people can learn about how they can help. And actually, every time they're purchasing a ticket, those dollars are supporting our conservation partners, both locally, like Little River Wetlands, and abroad.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm here at Eagle Marsh celebrating Earth Day 2025. And one of the booths has one of the really exciting institutions in Fort Wayne, and that is Science Central. So why don't you introduce yourself and tell us what you got to offer at Earth Day today?
Okay, my name is Christopher Rowan. I am the Visiting Services and Volunteer Manager at Science Central. What we have today is a rock identification kit for children, teaching children how to identify rocks and things around them. We use kits like this in classrooms. We also use these on virtual classrooms around the world. We're trying to teach kids that science is approachable and it's right there in your hands. One of the things that I was just doing was picking up fossils and things that are around here. That way children can see that, it doesn't take much for them to become a scientist themselves. They can simply look down and around them to find everything that's going on.
And are there classes that kids can take at Science Central or events? Or?
So we do different programs. We have TOTS. Those are today's observers, tomorrow's scientists. That is a program that's for toddlers. It allows them to come into Science Central, take classes. We teach them paleontology, anatomy, those sort of things. We have another thing that's called Science for You. That is our outreach program where we actually go out to classrooms, or we can also do it virtually worldwide, basically. And then we have summer camps that have different themes and things like that. So basically, any time that the Fort Wayne Community School is not in session, we have a camp set up.
Thank you. So we're at Eagle Marsh. This is Earth Day, and with us right now is a representative from Republic, and we're going to let him introduce himself and the commitment that Republic makes to our community.
Absolutely. So hi, I'm Brian Eason. I'm the General Manager for Republic Services here in Fort Wayne. We're here supporting Earth Day today in partnership with Little River Wetlands Project, a relationship we've had for 15 plus years with the organization. Really happy to be here and support a little bit of what Republic Services does here in Fort Wayne is we obviously own the landfill where all the municipal waste from Fort Wayne ends up. but we also have two kind of big items here in Fort Wayne on the environmental side. One recycling center. As you can see, we have some examples of material that we're going to have folks here today try to guess what is and what is not recyclable to hopefully educate people so that they know kind of what they're able to recycle and what they're not able to recycle, as well as kind of talk a little bit about if they're unable to recycle the material will end up in the landfill. But what that material now does is we actually just opened up in partnership with our Kia Energy a renewable natural gas plant that takes all the methane from the landfill that we capture and cleans it up and produces renewable natural gas that gets pumped back into the pipeline.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm at Eagle Marsh for Earth Day, and right now I am with Dr. Lou Weber, and I'm going to let her talk about her booth and her interests and her commitment to Earth.
I am here selling books about nature. I don't make a penny on this, but I'm here because it's such a great way to meet people and network and talk to people about our beautiful Earth. So I'm an educator. I want to promote all of the education I can through good old-fashioned field guides and other helpful books. I'm also the author of my own ecology textbook. This is special to me. This is the first ecology textbook in the world and in history to be first authored by a woman. Right here in Fort Wayne, that's what's special about that. So happy Earth Day, everybody. Come out and enjoy nature a little bit today. That's what I have to say.
Hi, I'm at Earth Day at Eagle Marsh, and I'm with Allen County Department of Environmental Management, and they're going to let us know, first of all, who you are, but also what your department does and your connection to Eagle Marsh and Earth Day.
Hi, my name's Betsy. I'm with the Allen County Department of Environmental Management, and we're out here celebrating sustainability here with Earth Day and all of our partners who care about the environment. Our job, our mission here in Allen County is to educate and inspire people to reduce their waste and live more sustainably, and we do that through our programs. We do recycling programs, everything from Christmas trees to batteries, and all of your household recyclables to help keep those, reduce waste and help keep those chemicals out of the environment. So we use those programs to help educate and inspire residents here in Allen County.
And if people want to know more about what they have in their house, whether it's recyclable or if they have to do anything special, how can they find that out?
Yeah, people can visit our website at acwastewatcher.org and get information there. We also produce this Waste Watcher every year. That's a really convenient guide that talks about all of our programs, gives recycling tips, where to recycle your batteries, and it talks about some of our upcoming events for recycling things like electronics and household hazardous waste. So our website is acwastewatcher.org, and people can learn more information there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I am with Purdue University Fort Wayne at Earth Day at Eagle Marsh 2025.
Yeah, and I am Samantha Thyssen. I am the Sustainability Coordinator at the Environmental Resources Center at Purdue University Fort Wayne. And this is Clive, one of our outreach animals that we use to teach about conservation of the environment through research, education, and outreach events just like Earth Day Fort Wayne here at Eagle Marsh. We're here just talking about some of the programs and initiatives that we have going on and trying to engage the community in some of our efforts.
Now, the Environmental Resource Center, that's for graduate students, but it's also has events there for the community.
Yeah, we serve both campus community as well as off-campus Greater Fort Wayne community. We host a lot of student events and things that are focused towards students and faculty and staff at BFW, but we also have Indiana Master Naturalists and Master Gardeners who host classes there, and we have sustainable landscaping on the outside of our building as some of a more passive educational tool as well. So we host all kinds of folks, not necessarily need to be affiliated with the university by any means. As long as you care about the environment and sustainability,
And there's lots of focus there because I know there's reptiles and amphibians, but mammals, bats, fish, plants.
Yeah, we're wildlife of all kinds, as well as, like you said, botany and plants, water quality focus. We have the USGS as a tenant that serves Ohio, Indiana, and Kentucky from our space, doing water quality initiatives. We also host projects for engineering, technology, and computer science in our warehouse space. So major is not necessarily need to be related to biology in order to care about the environment, as the environment is for everyone who lives on Earth. So.
And some of the departments actually do citizen science projects here at Eagle Marsh. I know with the bats and with the turtles, and I suspect other things as well.
Exactly, yeah. There's several graduate student research projects that have happened here at Eagle Marsh with a collaboration between PFW and Little River. And then they also have some of the classes who come out with undergrads and grad students as well to do one-offs or two-offs within the classes that biology offers. So it can be longer-term studies as well as shorter citizen science programs, like you were saying, with just any of the students in the biology department.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, so this is the Sustaining Fort Wayne program. I believe it's part of the city utilities, but we'll find out. And so what we want to know is, one, who are you? Two, what does your office do? And three, how are you connected to Earth Day in Eagle Marsh?
Okay, so hi everyone, my name is Katie Tu. I am the Assistant Program Manager at the Sustainability Office for the City Utilities Department. Our office works on a variety of things. One of our focus is the city's climate action and adaptation plan, which is closely related with our city's natural habitat, water use, energy, etc. So in terms of Earth Day activities, we designed several games, which you can see here. This is a game about natural connectivity. This is also about building a green pathway for the species to migrate. And we also want to talk about how we manage our use the grids at home to prevent any clog and also protect our waterways. This is another game. Yeah, so our office has continuous effort in protecting our natural environment, our habitat, and safety use of water, energy, etc.
Thank you. Okay, so this is Eagle Marsh Earth Day 2025, and I am with one of my favorite groups in the city, and that is the Allen County Public Library. And so I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself and tell us what you're doing here with interacting with the kids and what the library has to do with sustainability and caring for the earth.
Hi, I'm Katie Brady. I am one of the children's librarians at the main branch of the Allen County Public Library. We are here today at Eagle Marsh for Earth Day to share library joy, let them know what's happening at the Allen County Public Library. And then we also have a bird kite that the kiddos can do. It's really fun to watch all the kites fly around the marsh as the kids are walking through the festival today. And at least in children's services, we try to reuse and repurpose a lot of our craft supplies to help cut down on waste and avoid as much plastic as possible to help be more sustainable for our future.
Okay, so this is the beginning of the outdoor section of Earth Day at Eagle Marsh. And the first thing you come up to here are bats, which is kind of exciting because there are bat houses at Eagle Marsh, and they work with Purdue University to do citizen science to evaluate the health and number of the bats here. So with us today is
Melissa Kessel.
And you're a volunteer?
I'm a volunteer here with Bonnie Pomerantz doing education, and we're actually making bats with the little kids that come.
And what is it that you want the kids to know about bats?
Bonnie knows all the information about the bats. I know how to make the bat art project.
Okay.
They're nocturnal, they eat a lot of mosquitoes, bugs, they eat. They're very good for the environment.
And they're pollinators. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
So this is right by the marsh, and as you're seeing right here, it's one of their favorite little mascots, a beaver, because beavers are important to the marsh. We have two aquatic mammals that are very busy here. One is muskrats and one are beavers. Their habitats look similar, but they're different in different materials. And the beavers here have had an impact on the water, on the health of the water, and on the plants, yeah, the ecosystem. So with me today is...
I'm Deb.
And Rose.
Rose. And what is it that you want kids to know when they come through here about beavers?
Oh, they are interesting. They're huge, aren't they? And they're long teeth. They have to chew on wood all of the time to keep them trimmed and sharp. They have webbed feet in the back to help them swim, and huge paddle tails to navigate the water. They build their lodges in ponds, and they have an underwater entrance, but then it comes up into the ground, so they stay nice and dry and warm all winter long. They help out all of the amphibians and fish and insects. They do all kinds of great things for the other creatures that are in the ponds and around the rivers.
Hi, so I'm with Save the Maumee, and this is a group that's local, that's active, that the people involved in it find all different creative ways to fundraise and to use the land, including not just restoring it, but working with other communities in terms of learning how to farm in the land next to it. So with me today is...
I'm Jesus Rosario. I'm the president of the board for Save Maumee.
I'm Noah Wright-Piparski. I'm also on the board.
High-powered group. So can you tell us about what exactly is Save Maumee?
Sure, yeah. Save Maumee started as a humble grassroots organization just picking up trash along the riverside as a voice for our rivers. And we've kind of grown and morphed into a pretty great staple in conservation practices. We do a lot of invasive removal and replanting of native species to include trees. Our main aggressors are the Asian bush honeysuckle, honeysuckle in general, and Calvary pear, things like that, the bigger trees. But we also do a lot of events throughout the year for promoting of not only clean rivers, but just environment and ecosystem in general.
So we'll probably see you guys again at EcoFest.
Yep, we will definitely be there at Eagle Fest. We will have our Enviroscape there, which will be a very nice display of how our watershed works and how exactly rain impacts different areas, which are permeable or impermeable. So definitely come out and check that out.
And if people want to be involved in your organization, and they don't know what they have to offer in terms of knowledge or skills, they just know that they care, how can they get involved with you guys?
That's a very good question. Thank you for that. Definitely go to savemaumee.org or check us out on Facebook just to follow along and see what we're doing. We actually have made our membership super simple. We just want your time. We want your volunteer time. Come out to the site, get to know the site, get to know the trails, get to know the system, get to know what we do, and volunteer your time. Whenever we have an event or not a public event as well, we usually have various things going on at the site. Noah and other board members and other members come out and do cleanups. We have picked up and picked out a ton.
620 pounds of trash since August.
Since August.
Metal.
Yeah, since August. Just trash alone is over 600 pounds. And with the metal, we try to repurpose the metal as well. We have some artists that come out and they do a great job of trying to weld those together into different statues and different figures, sculptures. So definitely come check those out. Those are really, really cool. I'm happy about those. So thanks for that, Noah. But definitely come check us out and follow along. Like I said, we are just a volunteer. Once a member, always a member. We are looking for corporate dollars, not anybody's individual hard-earned cash. So what we want to do is inspire just the education portion and inspire people to get involved and get their hands in the dirt, in the soil, and appreciate nature.
Hey, thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
So right now I am at the Acres Land Trust booth, and Acres is one of the cornerstone agencies in the area. They restore lots and lots of land that otherwise would have been farmland or invasive or depleted, and they turn it into pristine land that reflects what Indiana looked like before it was turned into cornfields and soybean. So with us today is...
My name is Steve Etheridge, and I am a member of Acres Land Trust and have been for over 40 years. I'm volunteering today for the Earth Day Festival here at Eagle Marsh. Anyway, Acres Land Trust is a private not-for-profit that is primarily funded and supported through membership. Membership is $20 or more per year, and with that membership you get the Acres Quarterly, and then also you get to attend member programs for members only, some of which are held at properties that are not open to the public. The reason some properties are not open to the public is there may be an endangered or threatened species that inhabits that property, maybe fragile ecosystems, and that sort of thing. Acres currently protects over 8,300 acres, primarily in northeast Indiana, but also they have a wonderful property in Hillsdale County, Michigan, and then they have 3 or 4 properties in Ohio that are not open to the public. Also, there will be a summer music series held at the Acres property on Chapman Road.
And that's in a historic barn, correct?
That's correct.
So if you haven't seen it, it's really... The music's going to be great, but the structure is fantastic.
Yes. And the Acres property and their office is in the former home of one of the founders of Acres, Tom and Jane Dustin.
And if you have challenges for mobility, they actually have some trails there that make that easier.
Yeah, yes, they do have. It's not paved, however, it is fine limestone and solid for. That's about a quarter-mile trail that does go to an overlook where you can overlook Cedar Creek.
Thank you.
I'm Michael Miller, and this is Wild Roots Nature-Based Learning, and we offer homeschooling classes during the school year and summer camps during the summer, all nature-based, and we have different themes throughout the summer with nature plus art, nature plus theater, nature plus engineering, and nature plus science. We offer these camps and homeschooling classes for kids aged 6 to 12, and because people are coming out to Earth Fest today, if you were to register for camp throughout this week, you can actually get an Earth Fest 2025 discount code, and that gets you $40 off. If you subscribe to our email today, you can also be able to register yourself for a free week of camp. We have a connection to our Earth Day event right now because one of our host sites is actually here at Eagle Marsh. And so one of our host sites is here at Eagle Marsh. We also have a host site at Fox Island, at Buckner Park, and at Arrowhead Preserve. So it's kind of our connection here today. We are a new nonprofit, and we're excited to be able to serve our community in Fort Wayne, nature-based learning for these children. So thank you.
Thank you. So I am with Allen County Partnership for Water Quality, and we're going to hear about what they offer the city and the county and their connection to Earth Day and Eagle Marsh. And so you are?
Yeah, my name is Emily, and I am the Water Quality Education Coordinator. So pretty much what we do is we do stormwater education for Allen County as well as Leo, Cedarville, and Huntertown. I do it's called the MS4 education, and that's Municipal Separate Storm Sewer System. And essentially what that is once a certain area, a certain population size, they are called an MS4 and have to follow certain guidelines to help improve their water quality and stormwater water health. So I do the education portion of that. So like today I brought out like native seeds, so that way I'm planting native to help filter water. We also just kind of like bring out other little goodies and stuff like that too, of like not pouring any oils or anything down the storm drains. picking up after your trash, picking after your dog, and stuff like that. So our main goal and purpose is just kind of giving the residents of Allen County some tips and stuff they can do to make little changes to help reduce the amount of water quality pollution in our area.
Thank you. So I'm by the marsh, right next to the marsh, and I am with Northeast Indiana Water Trails in Action. And so I'm going to hopefully learn about what they do and what's their contribution to the area and their connection to Eagle Marsh and Earth Day. And so you are?
Yeah, my name is Kyle Quant. I'm board president of Northeast Indiana Water Trails, which is a regional partnership working to improve access to our flowing waters in Northeast Indiana, to make them safer and more accessible for everybody. And some of the things that we do are, putting up signage at all the public access sites to talk about water quality, wildlife, a map of that particular stretch of river, any potential dangers. We do monthly paddle socials to get people out on the water. We work on the philosophy of getting people close enough to care. So getting them on the water to experience it. So that's our mission. We've been around for 10 years. We've had some really great successes and made a lot of really great friends and introduced thousands of people to our rivers in Northeast Indiana.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so the booth I'm at right now is for the Sierra Club, and I see them anywhere I see fellow greenies. And so hopefully we're going to learn about Sierra Club, a little bit of their history, what they do in this area of the country, and their relationship to Earth Day and Eagle Marsh. And so with us today is...
Hi, my name is Colleen Curtin. I'm the outreach coordinator for the Sierra Club Hoosier chapter.
And what is it that Sierra Club does?
We are an almost 135-year-old environmental nonprofit, so we're a national organization, but the Hoosier chapter, the chapter for Indiana, is about to turn 50 this year. We were founded in 1975 by our fellow Hoosiers. Actually, some of them are still involved today. We do outdoor and environmental recreation activities, so hiking, kayaking, all kinds of cool outings and events. We also do a lot of environmental education work, and then we also do environmental and climate and energy advocacy. So we spent the last several months down at the Indiana State House advocating on behalf of our forests and our wetlands and for clean energy in Indiana. So kind of a broad spectrum of things, but we're a member and volunteer-led organization. So we do what our communities tell us that we need to do, and we go in support of them when we go to the State House or on a hike at their local wetland.
So if somebody wanted to be involved in Sierra Club, how would they go about doing that?
Yeah, so you can find us online at sierraclub.org/Indiana. We've got memberships, we have volunteer opportunities, and we've also got a sign up to go on our hikes or events, and doing any of those things would get you involved with us. You could also sign up for our newsletter on our website if you wanted to know what we were up to specifically in your neck of the woods.
And I know that this has been a difficult year nationally for legislation affecting the environment. But in fact, there have been some successes in Indiana, at least in terms of stopping some of the more concerning legislation. Are you guys feeling optimistic about your ability to make sure our voices are heard?
Yeah, so I think one of the things I tell people about Sierra Club Hoosier chapter that I'm really proud of is that we have over 8,000 members across 92 counties in Indiana. There is a lot of really yucky legislation right now, both at the federal level and at the state level. I am deeply encouraged and heartened by our members who show up over and over again, whether it's on issues that affect their communities directly or because we talk to them about issues that are affecting their neighbors in other parts of the state. We've done a lot of work around energy issues this session, things that specifically affect kind of our neighbors down in southern Indiana who are affected by coal plants. and their neighbors in northern Indiana have shown up at the State House alongside them with gusto. So I'm really heartened by the community we have. We are 8,000 and growing strong, and I think that our voices when we come together have a really big impact.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I am at Eagle Marsh for Earth Day, and right now I'm at the Mary Lee booth, and we're going to learn a little bit about what they offer and who they work with. But we're going to first start with, you are?
Yeah, my name is Jeremiah Sharp. I'm the Public Programs Coordinator at Mary Lee and also one of the environmental educators.
And what exactly is Mary Lee?
Mary Lee is a 1,189 acre nature preserve, and we're also associated with Goshen College. So we have undergraduate and graduate students that go through to learn about sustainability and environmental education and get their respective degrees in that as well. We also offer K through 12 educational options as well as homeschool options. We have plenty of adult events as well, so we love really seeing all sorts of ages interacting with us as much as possible.
And you also have a farm there, correct?
Yeah, our Mary Lee Teaching Farm. And at our teaching farm, we grow a lot of vegetables and fruits for our students. We help feed our students with that come to Mary Lee. And we also give back to the local food bank as well.
And you're near a number of natural sites, like Channel Lake State Park is not far from you. And then Goshen College is a little bit of a drive. But it's really a place of service, but also appreciation. Goshen is a kind of an artsy town.
Yeah. I would say we kind of continue those values down at Mary Lee, as we're still part of main campus. We're just about 40 minutes away, but we really do believe in the Goshen College mission, and then as well as our own mission at Mary Lee to really provide environmental education for people of all ages, protect Northeast Indiana's plants and animals, and then also provide recreation for the body, mind, and spirit of everybody. So,
thank you.
Yeah.